Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Sydney and I'm a spiritual mentor. Today I am coming to you with a lesson all about red flags on your spiritual journey. The point of this lesson is to help you better understand your intuition so you can trust your intuition and you can trust how the universe is guiding you. So let's dive right in. I am here with you. You are most likely an intuitive being. You already feel energy. You receive signs and messages from the universe. You know that you're a spirit and you know that there is a divine path for you and your life. You probably also know that you have a purpose here in this life. But there's always something that is nagging at you or that is pulling you away from following your path or from understanding the signs of the universe. And that is fear and potentially red flags. So, how are the red flags affecting your spiritual journey? Well, let's get a basic understanding of what I mean by red flags. Now, in all facets of life, we talk about red flags. What is the worst red flag that you've ever seen in dating or in the workplace? But really, why we're here is because we want to understand what red flags mean when it comes to your spiritual journey. Now, let me ask you this. Are you always focused on seeing the red flags everywhere? Or are you wanting to find green flags? Okay. Like I said, you are here because you want to understand the voice of your soul. Now, some people might consider that their higher self or their inner spirit. I think there's a lot of different words that we can use when it comes to understanding our intuition, understanding the voice of our soul, living authentically, following your inner spirit, listening to your higher self. There are so many different words, and yes, each one has its own definition, but ultimately they all kind of gather in this umbrella of living from a soul-centered space, living as an intuitive being the light worker that you came here to be. So you want to understand who you came to be. You want to understand who you came here to be. You want to live out the purpose of your soul, and you believe that there is a divine path for you and that the universe is guiding you. You want to follow your soul path. So I want to share with you what are red flags, what are green flags, how red flags are keeping you stuck, how green flags are encouraging you to move forward, and which red flags or green flags you need to listen to on your spiritual journey. So let's dive right in. What are red flags? Well, you probably already know this. We talk about red flags as a sign to not move forward. Red flags signify something that maybe we should be afraid of, or maybe something that just isn't aligned with your path. So here's an example. You go on a date, and on that date, maybe it's a first date, maybe it's a third date, whatever, you're on a date with somebody and you're looking for red flags about that other person to show that maybe they have different values than you, or maybe you aren't matched, right? We've all heard of red flags in the dating world. Another example, let's say that you're looking for a new house. Maybe you're in the process of moving or you want to move and you're looking at houses. Now, when you go and do a tour of that house or you're looking on the specs online, you're noticing all the things that are wrong with the house. You're noticing all of the red flags that pop up to show you that it's not right for you. So red flags quite literally say, stop, don't go this way. Okay. Now, on the flip side, what are green flags? Green flags are a sign to take action and move forward. Green flags signify that something is indeed aligned with you. So, another great example, maybe you have a really busy day, and how busy your day is, it can easily stress you out. Yet, you manage to find the perfect parking spot while running your errands, and that allows everything to flow smoothly for your day. Great green flag. Perfect parking spot, everything is lining up and working out. Or maybe as another green flag, you're in conversation with somebody and you're getting to know them, or, maybe you already know them and it's just a conversation, a normal conversation, and they mentioned something that you'd already been thinking about earlier that day. And the synchronicity of that conversation makes you feel really good. And it almost makes you feel like the universe was listening to you when you had that thought earlier in the day. That is a great green flag. Okay. So now that you have a better understanding, red flag, stop, don't do this. Green flag, yes, this is aligned, let's move forward. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this topic to you today is because I think it's really interesting in life. We actually tend to look for red flags more than green flags. And the reason why we look for red flags is because we don't want to get hurt. We want to know when not to take action on something, or when something is misaligned with us, so we don't follow that path, so we don't get hurt. Okay. Whereas the green flags are saying, this is aligned, let's move forward, let's go in this direction. But for some reason, we are attuned to the red flags. Does that resonate with you? Are you always kind of looking for the red flags or looking for the reasons to not move forward on something? I want to talk to you about how red flags keep you stuck. So, fear already has a tight grip on how you experience life. And I can definitely speak from my own experience. Fear for a long time held a tight grip on my life. And what fear does is it causes more doubt, more stress, and even more worry. And all of that energy, those emotions and the thoughts that are flowing through your head that is kind of tied to fear, all of that energy is actually blocking you from following your soul purpose and living with authenticity. And the reason why it stops you from living with authenticity is because fear keeps you small. Fear keeps you believing that something's not safe. And when we're in the energy of fear, we can't actually use our logical brain. Like when we're in that fear state, our brain kind of shuts off and we're just like moving on autopilot to try and stay safe. So in that fear-based state, we're going to notice different patterns. And these patterns are going to pop up like overthinking and overanalyzing. So when you have a decision to make, you're constantly overthinking and overanalyzing all the information, trying to figure out how to make the best decision. Maybe you have a project that you're working on and a problem has popped up. You're constantly overthinking about the problem, overanalyzing the problem, trying to find a solution. Sometimes in this fear-based state, we experience imposter syndrome. Because fear really triggers a lot of self-doubt, we can have imposter syndrome, our thoughts telling us, I don't know enough information to show up as an expertise in this area. I am not good enough to be this person. So we can experience that imposter syndrome in many different ways, which also then triggers insecurities and a low self-esteem. So there's many different things that we can experience, and they all stem from fear, from believing that you're not worthy, from believing that you're not good enough, and for fear of your safety, right? A lot of us fear the unknown because We are afraid that we're not going to be safe in the unknown. And there's many other fears that we can experience. And so because fear is already such a huge part of our lives, or if you watch the news on a daily basis, there's so much fear in that, right? If you listen to other people gossiping or drama, it's actually a fear-driven behavior. Gossip and drama. Judgment comes from fear. So because fear is already such a huge part of your daily life, my question to you is, how could you ever build trust in yourself if you're only ever looking for the red flags, right? Or the reasons why you shouldn't do something, right? Fear is already such a huge part of your experience, and only looking for red flags on your journey really enhances the fear, and it enhances the ability to not trust yourself. It enhances the mistrust in the universe. So red flags on your spiritual journey actually end up keeping you stuck, right? Fear closes you off and it keeps you in this box. And I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my journey, I say that for every lesson. I think every lesson is a big lesson. But a really important lesson is learning the difference between what feels unsafe and what feels uncomfortable. Because a lot of the times our fear becomes triggered when we feel uncomfortable, right? The unknown is uncomfortable, but we don't actually need to be afraid of the unknown. The unknown doesn't mean that we're not safe. It means that we need to carry discernment. It means that we need to be aware of what's going on around us, but it doesn't mean that you're in a life or death situation, right? So the red flags are keeping you stuck because your mind is already in a pattern of fear-inducing thoughts. So when you notice the red flags everywhere, it keeps you in fear, okay? You can tell the difference between you cannot tell the difference between the red flag actually saying stop or the fear that is already within you that is terrified of something different. So that's really important to note is you may think something's a red flag when really it is a fear-based belief that you carry that is trying to keep you small. Okay, so red flags keep you stuck, keep you in the same pattern and the same cycle, living the same life year after year after year. So now I want to talk about how green flags actually lead you forwards, right? They unstuck you. Following your soul path really is about uncovering the green flags. Okay? Green flags signify that you're being guided with support. When you start to focus on the green flags that you see in life, you not only build trust in yourself, you also acknowledge the blessings that surround you. Okay, I really want to just point out the difference between red flags and green flags. Red flags being fear, like you feel closed off. You feel limited. You feel like, everything is out to get you. It can also be that victim mindset. Whereas green flags feel expansive. Green flags feel inspiring and motivating and supportive and like, yes, I can go beyond my comfort zone and try something new. And in trying something new, I'm either going to learn a lesson or I'm going to receive a blessing. Either way, it's a blessing because we're here to learn lessons, right? So it's important to note that when the voice of your soul speaks through you, or your inner spirit or your higher self, whatever you want to use to understand that, your spirit does not often say, no, don't do that. But fear does. Okay? Your spirit actually says, yes, let's do this. But then fear comes forward with a million red flags as to why you shouldn't follow your spirit. That's why it's actually really important for you to start to acknowledge the green flags. I'm not saying that don't pay attention to the red flags, because oftentimes red flags are teaching us lessons. Red flags are showing us where we need boundaries. Red flags are important information. What I'm saying today is, if you want to follow the voice of your soul, if you want to decipher the messages that the universe is sending to you, if you want to know your intuition, how it feels, how it's guiding you, if you want to follow your soul path, it's time for you to start paying attention to the green flags. It's time for you to start acknowledging when your spirit is saying, yes, let's do this. And then in a moment of awareness, notice how fear comes up and says, what about this red flag, that red flag, that red flag, and pulls at red flags that aren't even really red flags. They're just the feeling of uncomfortability within you, the fear of stepping into the unknown, the fear of going beyond your comfort zone. But when you prioritize listening to the green flags, your intuition and your spirit open you up to endless possibilities, right? We see things from a bigger perspective. Fear is no longer driving us. Instead, hope is driving us. Love and compassion is driving us. So the green flags feel uplifting. They feel motivating. They feel inspiring, and a sense of, yes, this is for me. Whereas the red flags feel daunting. They feel scary. They feel contracting, like you want to close off and hide in a corner. Okay? So it's really important on your spiritual journey to understand the difference between what a red flag is and what a green flag is. It's also important for you to acknowledge, are you only trusting red flags? Because I know that you are seeing the green flags. You are seeing the signs. You are seeing the messages. You are seeing the synchronicities. You are feeling that uplifted energy. But do you follow it? Are you willing to trust the green flag as a guide of support? Or are you only ever listening to the red flag, which is just strengthening the fear that is already within you? Following your spiritual journey is about saying, I know that I am here for more. I know that there is a purpose deep within me, and I want to pursue it. I want to follow it. I want to trust my intuition. I want to let my intuition lead me. I don't want to let fear take over. I don't want to keep playing small. I know there's something within me calling to something more. If that resonates with you, then I encourage you to start listening to the green flags. Start noticing the green flags. Start asking the universe for more green flags. Okay? So what green flags are you needing to listen to? Like I already said, it's not about never listening to the red flags. It truly is about starting to acknowledge the green flags more. So if you want to build trust in yourself, you have to start acting on the good feelings, okay? Your spirit has passion. The voice of your soul is about pursuing something that is going to fulfill you. What's going to fulfill you? Reaching for good feeling thoughts, taking action on things that make you excited, that you're eager about, that you're passionate about. Your purpose is directly related to your passions. And when you act on your passions, you feel good. You are here to get lit the fuck up and then to light up others. Right? When you get lit up, it's because you're acting on something that feels good. And when you're in the energy of feeling good, you create a ripple effect and other people feel that good energy. You are a light worker. What that means is you are here to work light into the world. You are here to bring light, to create light, to share light with those around you. If you keep focusing on the red flags and the fear, you are diminishing your light. When you start acknowledging the green flags and pursuing a good feeling, you are activating the light and you are changing not only you and your life, but you're changing the lives of the people around you. So, green flags, ask the universe for a sign. That's a great green flag. Asking the universe for a sign, and then when you see that sign, acknowledging this is a green flag, I am being guided by support. Okay? Noticing the high vibe energy other people embody is another great green flag. So if you're in conversation with someone, you're connecting with someone, whether that person's new or not, and you're like, oh my gosh, the energy that this person has just feels so good. They are inspired, they are motivated, they are taking action on their dreams, they are lit up. When you notice that energy, it is a green flag. It is a green flag that that person is good. Keep connecting with them. It is also a green flag that the universe is sending you, telling you, when was the last time you felt that energy? Or what can you take action on that allows you to feel that energy? Be in that energy. Embody that energy. That's a green flag that you are following your soul path when you feel that high vibe energy or when you notice it in other people. Okay, listening to the green flags within yourself, right? Like I already mentioned, that full body yes. If you all of a sudden get this like resonance that flows through you, this energy that flows through you, that's this tingling sensation, this calling that is waking you up and you're like, yes, 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 yes. Maybe you just read something. Maybe you are at a store and you were looking for a certain product and now that product is in front of you. Maybe somebody just told you something. Maybe you're watching a video, right? Whatever it is, when you get that full body resonant feeling, that energy that is like, yes, 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 that is a green flag from the voice of your soul. Take action on that. Move forward, okay? The passion that you feel, right? I have a client that's super passionate about artwork. I have a client that is super passionate about working with children, right? I have a client that's super passionate about research. I have a client that is super passionate about playing guitar, right? There's so many different passions in the world. Find what you're passionate about. That is a green flag from the universe. It is a green flag from your spirit saying, follow this, pursue this, take action on this. The more green flags that you follow and the more uplifted that you make yourself, the more you flow, the more blessings show up for you, the more abundance you can acknowledge, the more compassionate connections you can create, okay? Using oracle cards is another great way to decipher a situation and to receive a green flag of guided support. I use oracle cards on a daily basis to gain guidance for my day, support for my day. I use oracle cards during full moon and new moon to kind of better understand the cycle I'm moving into. I use oracle cards for questions that I have on myself, my life, my purpose. Oracle cards are a great way to receive a message from the universe that is a green flag, that is saying, yes, move forward in this direction. Yes, this is aligned with you, right? That's what a green flag is, uncovering what is aligned with you and your soul path. Angel numbers are another excellent green flag. They are literal signs from the universe reminding you that you are not alone. Angel numbers, oracle cards, listening to the green flags within you, noticing high vibe energy of other people, asking the universe for a sign. Those are great green flags for your spiritual journey. Green flags are not something for you to acknowledge once a month. Green flags are something for you to acknowledge as many times throughout your day as possible. Because the more green flags you acknowledge and that you are aware of in your everyday life, the more you understand how guided you are, how supported you are. And when your understanding, your awareness of the universal guidance that surrounds you strengthens, your trust strengthens. Fear has become an everyday part of your life. So the only way for you to listen to the voice of your soul, for you to pursue your higher self and your soul purpose, is for you to start filling your days and your moments with the green flags, noticing the green flags, asking for the green flags, appreciating the green flags that you've already received, right? The voice of your soul is supportive and uplifting. It's not tearing you down. It's not telling you, no, don't do that, don't do this, don't do this. The voice of your soul is saying you're safe, you are capable, you have a gift, now share it, right? If you are only ever acknowledging the red flags, then you are letting that fear-based energy overpower you. The more that you acknowledge the green flags, look for the green flags, and even ask for the green flags, the more you begin to uplift yourself and feel this sense of joy and peace that you desire. That's what you want for your life, right? Joy and peace, freedom, right? The voice of your soul is always guiding you, always, all throughout the day. The voice of your soul is trying to guide you, but fear has become so strong that it's all that you can hear and trust sometimes. So if you want to trust the voice of your soul, you need to start acknowledging the green flags. You need to start following the green flags, trusting in the green flags. If this is something that is interesting you and you want to awaken your soul gifts of listening to your intuition, asking for signs and messages from the universe, connecting with your divine team of spirit guides and angels who are ready to support you, check out my free 3-day series happening this February 2023. So if you're watching this later, the free series is over. But if you're watching it now, sign up for my Awaken Your Soul Gifts free series. I want to help you acknowledge the green flags in your life. I want to help you to start trusting the voice of your soul and how it is guiding you. When you understand the difference between fear and intuition, you will allow yourself to live with more peace and joy. By being able to receive signs from the universe to follow your soul path, you will live with more trust and joy. So check out the details in the link below to join my free 3-day mentoring series to awaken your soul gifts. And stay tuned for my Spirit of Air group program, which is launching very soon. That is the space where you will master your intuition. You will follow the voice of your soul and you will strengthen your connection to the universe so you can live as a light worker rather than constantly feeling overcome by fear. I really hope that today's lesson has brought more insight for you on red flags and green flags for your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to connect with you very soon. I'm sending you so much love and light on your journey. Bye for now.